Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Want to have a sentence? So many of you here, you have not even been to court before. So many of you here have not even been to police station. If you have been to ordinary police station, if you have been to ordinary police station and you realize that today you're not going home, they say lock him up. Do you see how you feel? For some of you who have been in the police station, have you ever been to police station after discussion? You were expecting that it's just something you go there and talk and go, and they will say lock him up, even for a day. Do you know how it feels? If you have been to court, so many of us have been to court, and sentence was pronounced on us. They will tell you, you are going to serve 6 months, you're going to serve 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So many of us have witnessed it. If you have not witnessed it, you wouldn't know the weight of it. If you wouldn't know the weight of it for somebody to stand and hear that you will spend the rest of your life in jail. So if your own person happen to get that sentence, the very first thing you will do is to console him, to go and console him. But have you seen the wife gone there? Have you seen? The only thing she does is to stay online, grant interview to the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and claim that she was not allowed. You want to tell me you bought a flight to Nigeria and you went to Sokoto to see your husband and people prevent you? Where did you see that? That has never happened and will never happen. Because if such happens, you have your camera to prove yourself. You land in Nigeria, you take your camera, you cover yourself, you go to the prison, you cover yourself where you're going. When they try to stop you, cover yourself, and then you vindicate yourself. But from every indication, she's no longer with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is our conclusion, and our conclusion is not far from the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu emerged as a central figure in bringing the Biafra issue into global consciousness. Today, the idiots that call themselves DOS, I call them the Department of Saboteurs, that are today being led by Nneka Chimezi, are today trying to paint the picture that after all, it wasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that formed the IPOB, that it wasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that made IPOB what it is. But I tell you, it was the credibility of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that brought IPOB to where it is. When you hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to say, we are white and whiter than white, the only person that was white was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that his whiteness covered every other person. The whiteness of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was what covered every other idiot that was in. You see, just for how many years? Only 5 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken away from them. Look at how the whole death is showing. That is why you see when they say, when the light comes, darkness can never comprehend the light. And that was what happened in the IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was so bright that the darkness could not show. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was so white that darkness could not penetrate. Just like the Bible said, that through one man, sin came into the world, and through one man, salvation came. Through one man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the salvation of the Biafran people in IPOB came. IPOB was seen as whiter than white because of one man. And when that man was taken out, the real image began to appear. You see that there were a lot of dirty people everywhere that the glory of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was covering. But when that glory was removed, what are you seeing today? I want you sincerely within yourself, what are you seeing today in IPOB? The same IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi created, the same DOS that Mazi Nnamdi say, I am DOS and DOS is me. What are you seeing today? The only reason you are seeing this thing today is because the light was taken away. The light was taken away for some minute, for some time. For some time. And within that short time, look at what the whole revelations that is coming. The revelation of the darkness, the revelation of the evil can no longer be withheld. Every single day you wake up, you come to the media, you see them confessing. You see them vomiting. You see the kind of thing they are vomiting from their mouth. You begin to wonder, are these the people we have been together on the same platform talking about Biafra? Are these the same people we have been saying together, we are whiter than white and we are whiter than snow? Are still these the same people we say that Biafra must come together? If you are not surprised, then myself, I'm surprised at you. If you are a Biafran and you're not surprised, me, myself, I am surprised at you. But the only thing that is clear is that when darkness comes, light disappears. No matter how dark a room is, once you put on one single bulb, the house will be lit up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was that light in IPOB. Through one man, sin entered into the world, and through one man, salvation came. The same thing was applicable to IPOB. Through one man, the salvation of IPOB came down from Chukwu Okike. And it was upon him that the foundation was laid. And Chukwu Okike was always looking on him. That is why whenever he comes to preach, he will pray. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not deliver any message without a solid prayer from Chukwu Okike to take permission. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recognizes Chukwu Okike in everything he does. He says it again and again. I don't have any business with idol. I do not associate with idol. I do not endorse idol worship. He says it without any looking back. That is why he talks about the people who call about a blue baby. That he doesn't have anything to do with the blue baby. A blue baby is an idol. What he talks about is Chukwu Okike. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, like Chukwu Okike, the God of creation. You come closer, you know him. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. You come closer, you know him. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Not a blue baby, which is an idol. The man was pure. And today, some people are digging their own grave attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do a great job through media, advocacy, consistent messaging. He transformed what many saw a regional issue into an international conversation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that. Something that people saw as a local issue, it was only discussed in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made this an international issue. Established IPOB cell house in all across the world, in all countries of the world. IPOB became present in all parts of the world. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke boldly. He spoke consistently. And he ensured that the world could no longer pretend not to hear. There is no way the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be out and you pretend not to hear. Even Asorok are shut down. Whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting, Asorok pay attention. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting, Asorok pay attention. It got to the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa. The same thing was happening. When Mazi Simon Ekpa mount the podium to speak, everywhere is standstill. Most of the governors, politicians, they listen to his broadcast. That is why the Senate president could quote Mazi Simon Ekpa in their meeting. They listen to his broadcast every day. To we that support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his actions reflect a commitment to justice and representation. What we see as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu supporters, what we saw and continue to see till tomorrow, is a reflection of commitment to justice and full representation of the Biafran people. His leadership sparked awareness, mobilized millions, and placed Biafra on the global map. You can't deny it. There is no amount of propaganda of the DOS that can stop this truth. You can't deny it. All these idiots that are talking today, who knows them? What is their portfolio? All these riffraff that are coming that cannot even put a single sentence together, who knows them? What is their portfolio? that you want to destroy the image of the Supreme of Mazi of IPOB. It's impossible. You come to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. He represents a different face of the struggle. Mazi Simon Ekpa represents which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself announced. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu announced it. He wasn't in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was free. That is when they say that Mazi Simon, this nigger say that Mazi Simon Ekpa, they introduced Mazi Simon Ekpa to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu while he was in detention, and that was why he felt that he's one who can talk, that he should talk. And when he began to talk, and now he's not talking well, he said he should stop. And when they begin to create that narrative, as if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started mingling with Mazi Simon Ekpa because he's inside. You see, the lie is so smelly that I don't know who believes that nonsense. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself introduced Mazi Simon Ekpa while he was still with us. He said that he is bringing a new dimension to the struggle, that we should go and look at him, listen to him. He said it in ABC. This man is bringing a new dimension. He is introducing something new. So even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear. He has done his part, but the angle that Mazi Simon is coming is a new dimension, which is what listening to, which is what supporting. That we should support that new dimension. Mazi Simon represents a different phase of the movement. The same movement that is led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but in another phase, which took off from 2021, more especially, up to 2024. That new phase took off. Mazi Simon can represent a different phase of the movement. One shaped by digital communication and global connectivity. In case you don't understand, digital communication and global connectivity. When you come to exposition and putting capability where capability belongs, Mazi Simon Ekpa is a master in it. When you come to analysis, Mazi Simon Ekpa, I have not seen a match to Mazi Simon Ekpa on analysis in the issue of Biafra struggle. I have not seen anyone. He was doing it so well that even the enemies, they agree that yes, he knows how to do the job. But the only thing is that why will it be him? That is their anger. Why will it be him? The problem is not that he doesn't know what he's doing. They say he's doing it. Some say that he's too fast. They say he's too fast. Why will it be him? From Mazi Simon Ekpa platform, he has amplified the conversation. Our Prime Minister Mazi amplified the conversation, reaching audience across the borders. He reached audience across some important personalities that were not paying attention before. He dig deep into governments. He dig deep into officials. He began to consult deeply. That was the face of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and he did it excellently well. In today's world, influence is no longer limited to geography. Message travel faster, movement grow quicker, and awareness spread wider. His role, as seen by supporters, reflects evolution of activism in the digital age. This is Mazi Simon Ekpa. The man they are trying to denigrate and call him names. His role, as seen by the whole world, and more especially those of us who are following him diligently, reflect the evolution of activism. Mazi Simon Ekpa brought in evolution of activism in the digital age, and you can't beat it. He did it so well that the enemies become envious. They couldn't handle it. Now, when we speak of innocence, we must understand something important in movement like the one that we're in. Perception often becomes a battlefield. Supporters view leaders as voice of the people, while critics may see them as differently. That is exactly what we are seeing today. But beyond opinion, one question remains. Are these individuals, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, expressing the grievances and aspiration of a people? That is the question. The ultimate question that every meaningful person is supposed to ask. Both the foreign organizations, both the international communities, and everybody that has conscience should be asking is, these people that they are criticizing and calling them Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, these individuals, are they expressing the grievances and aspirations of the people? You have the answer yourself. Yes, they are. For many Biafrans, the answer is yes. And you can get that answer through the self-referendum, whereby out of 80 million Biafrans, more than 60 million voted yes. Out of 80 million, more than 60 million voted yes. That shows that they were expressing the grievances and aspirations of many people, Biafrans. We are taking time to break this down so that you can understand that this bunch of idiots that come online to castigate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa has no grip on anything. The only thing they make is noise. And when you allow their noise to be louder than yours, when stupidity is repeated over and over again, sometimes people will begin to see that intelligence. When stupidity is repeated over and over unchallenged, people begin to see that intelligence. That is why it is important that we leave everything we are doing and remain consistent in putting capability where capability belongs. Ingenuity is not just intelligence. It is ability to adapt, to innovate, and to persist despite obstacles. From traditional brokers to modern digital platform, from local gathering to international discussion, the Biafra movement has evolved. And the evolution effort, strategy, resilience, and determination, this was done by our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. We must not allow anybody to pull that effort down. But here is the most important part of this message. No movement succeeds without unity. And I say it over and over again. This is why every day I cry for unity of purpose. Unity of purpose is much more important than anything you can do. It's like breath that we breathe. We should take it like the breath that we take. No movement succeeds without unity. Division weakens purpose. Confusion delays progress. And disunity benefits those who oppose change. That is what we are seeing today. The people that are benefiting from this disunity that we are seeing today is the politicians. The politicians, they don't want to change. The Ohanezendo Hinandama that sent their woman leader to come and begin to cause confusion, they are the ones that are benefiting. If Biafrans truly desire self-determination, then unity must become the foundation for everything we do. Unity of purpose. Remember, I say unity does not mean we will be in the same group. It does not mean we must have the same opinion. We can have our different opinion, be on the same group, but let the purpose be one. Unity of purpose. Not blind agreement, but shared purpose. Not blind agreement, but shared purpose. Not silence, but constructive engagement. You don't have to be silent and agree with any nonsense that comes your way. Engage in constructive discussions. Engage constructively. This is a call, not for conflict, but for clarity. I know those that have their negative mindset. No matter what you preach, they must see a place where they will anchor their anger. to discredit you. No matter what you preach, they will see a place. There are some people that will come and watch this program. With everything we see, with everything we have said in this program, they will be watching to see a place where they will castigate me and say either I mention their name or it looks like I'm talking about them or I'm not. But when you see the message looks as if it's about you, go and change. Whenever you listen to my message and it leaks to you that I am talking to you, go and change. And if you feel that you have nothing to change, why do you bother yourself? Why do you cry? If you feel that you are right, why do you worry yourself even when your name is not called? It's just, for example, what they are doing in Nigeria. A woman saw bread, bought a bread, and the bread was there for 10 days. The bread did not rot. And the woman came out saying, the kind of bread we see these days now, wow, how can a bread be out for 10 days and did not rot? She did not call the name of the company. She did not call anybody's name. She only complained about the bread she bought. But a company came out and claimed that it is their bread. And this same attitude is what we apply today. Instead of that company to go and make their correction, secretly make their correction, they want to claim and subdue people to talk. And in the process of trying to subdue somebody, they expose themselves. They were trying to subdue that lady who made a probably only few people might have watched it and they don't know who it's all about. But by them coming in to introduce themselves to the discussion, the whole world knew that they are the one doing that fake bread. The same thing is what is happening to this. In most of my message, I don't call people name. I'm not good at calling people name or attacking this or that. No, I pass my message. But at the same time, you still see people who come on my platform and they are writing nonsense. While I'm preaching my message, you see somebody who has not even listened or who is listening for sentiment case, he will come and type something different. And I tell them, I advise those people, if the message hits you, go and change that evil you are doing. But when you see that you are not doing something wrong, why are you bothered with my message? What you have to do is to share it and use it for your own benefit. Share it. This message is a call, not for conflict. It is a call for clarity. It is not for hostility. It is for responsibility. That is what we are preaching in this message. Every movement must be guided by principle. Principle that protect life, dignity, and the future. The strength of any cause lies not just in passion, but in discipline, strategy, and respect for human life. Respect for human life. So many of us do not care about human life. That is why today we make jokes with the loss of life of our brothers and sisters. You can boldly come and accuse anybody anytime of terrorism, even when you know that he is not part of it. Just to score a point, you come and you accuse your brother. Just to score a point, you accuse your sister. I have always been speaking about that. It is not something good to do. Because when you are accusing your brother, you are equally telling people that you are a terrorist. That you have the potential of doing the same thing. Because one Onyohi has the potential of being Onyohi. One Onyohi has the potential of being Onyohi tomorrow. So when you are just telling people your brother, people will be looking at you that this thing your brother is doing, this guy might likely do the same thing. And they will not even listen. They will not give you that same chance they gave to your brother. You think they will deny your brother that chance and give it to you? They won't give it to you. As long as it is your brother that is a criminal, you tell them your brother is seeking for a position, and you go and tell them that your brother is a criminal, don't give that position. Neither will they give you. They won't give you. Because you are the brother of a criminal, and you have the potential of becoming a criminal. That is the danger of some messages that some of us preach. That is the danger of the messages we preach. You can't be calling the world to recognize you when your brother, you say that your brother is a terrorist. You say your sister is a terrorist, and you are calling for recognition. Who is going to recognize you? Nobody. Because you are from the family of a terrorist. There's every tendency that tomorrow you might become a terrorist. You see the danger? I have used this example several times to explain the danger so that we can mind what we say and become more clear in our messages. Clarity matters a lot. The strength of any cause lies not just in passion. Your passion is not enough, but in discipline, in strategy and respect for human life. Today, the world is more connected than ever. Voices from any corner can reach global platform. The question is no longer whether Biafra is being heard. The question is how that message is carried forward. The question today is not, are they hearing the voices of Biafrans? Are the Biafrans still talking? Is Biafra still good? The question today is how that message is carried forward. More especially those of us on the media speaking and talking. How are you presenting your message? How clear is your message? How are you carrying forward your message? Will it be a message of unity? A message of purpose? A message of responsible advocacy? The future depends on the answer. The future depends on that answer, the answer to these messages. Your message, is it the message of unity? Is it the message of purpose? Or a message of responsible advocacy? The future of Biafra depends on the answers to the above. So today, I leave you with this, wherever you are watching this program from. History remembers movements that stayed united. History respects voices that remained consistent. And history rewards those who pursued their goals with discipline and clarity. The Biafra conversation is no longer hidden. It is no longer silent. It is no longer local. It is global. And with unity, responsibility, and purpose, the future will be shaped by those who stand firm. The future of Biafra will be shaped by those of us who are going to stand firm. My fellow Biafrans, brothers and sisters across the world, wherever you're watching this program, if you believe in unity, drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you believe in unity of purpose, drop your thoughts on the comment section. Share this message to as many people as possible. Don't watch alone. Make sure you share at least one person at least one person. Make sure you get, even if your family member or anybody, make sure that this message get to at least one person through you. Make sure that at least one person get this message through you. Let your voice be heard. Even when you cannot write, you cannot speak, you cannot make video, use this video to connect to somebody. Use this video to make your own voice to be heard if it resonates with you. And continue the conversation going on. Continue it in your group, in your sections, with your friends. Continue the conversation. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program. I thank you so much for listening. So many of you who have been with me from the beginning of this program up to this time, I appreciate every single one of you. You are all special guests, and without you, I cannot be here. Wherever you are, please stay informed and continue to reach out to as many people as you can. We must continue to preach this message, no matter how difficult it is. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program from the beginning to the end. I can see my brother there. I see my brother Gerard. Let me shout out to some people that have joined us on this program today. I see my beloved brother Gerard. Thank you so much, my brother Gerard. I see Jerry Mibo. I see Jerry. Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you for joining. And I see my brother Uche Onyende. These are people that are always here. These people, I'm calling their name. Sometimes we might not agree in everything, but out of the message, they have their own mindset also. They have their own right to say what they want to say. and they have the right to express their own self. And myself can learn from them, and they can learn from me. These are people who has been with me along all the time. And there's so many other people that come. They don't come because I speak better, or maybe that they agree with everything I say. They might not agree with certain things I say. But at least, to a certain degree, they can get something out of the nonsense that I'm talking. So I appreciate every one of you. Uche Onyendi, I appreciate you. I can see my beloved brother, Coach Chooks. Thank you so much, my brother, Coach Chooks. Always there. Even though we don't agree in everything, but we have that same mindset of open discussion and open discussion and open mind, without emotion, without sentiment, and we say it the way it is.